Hey peeps, I'm back with another part of Rox, the Original Contra Chick story. If you read my post on Glitter the Globe this morning, my Bonjour Sunshine, you will already know that I had some technical difficulties yesterday. I nailed this video. I nailed it in one try. I was excited. I had all my props. Everything was just flowing out. I uploaded it into YouTube, ready to share with all of you before Joe and I went out to some movie premiere. And damn if there was not a ton of static. I mean, if you really squinted your eyes, isn't it funny how you have to, if you squint your eyes to tune in, how does that make your hearing better? I think it enhances your other senses when you shut down another one. Anyway, that wasn't really working too well. I knew what I was saying, so it was easy for me to understand parts, but some parts I had no clue what I was talking about. I have enough of that challenge just delivering a message to you, so when you have a replay and you still have that same challenge, not a good idea. So anyway, we're back. I'm completely reenacting the story. I still have my messy bun. It looked a lot taller and poofier yesterday, but this is how it works. I did remove my makeup last night, though my glitter eyeliner stayed, so didn't have to do much there. I just swipe on some lipstick and the eyebrow to cover up those grays. I can't believe how many of them pop up overnight. Does anyone else have that problem? It's like, I don't feel like anything else is falling apart in my world except half my brows are gray. Too much information. Well, I could get into much more, but and you know I will eventually, because this story lends itself to that as we move into it. But today, let's talk about, okay, well, let me just bring those of you who haven't heard this before up to speed. We're talking about Rox, this cute little chick that was hatched out of a chocolate egg in the south of France. She hopped aboard a private yacht, landed in New York City, got there, and she's just, brand new, saw the Statue of Liberty, got all weepy, and she heard some music, and she said, you know what, music is what really brings people together. And she learned about herself through music. Hearing Roxanne by Sting is how she got her name. She had a name herself. The poor chick was born without a name. She was born without much except, and the most important, a determination to make her life the bestest and the fullest she could possibly make it, notwithstanding a number of significant challenges, which you'll hear about some more today. So her big deal is she went to a concert, and she started to look at the other chicks and how they were getting backstage and on the tour bus, because this was really important to her when she discovered music. She wanted to be where the real action was, and in her mind, it was all about backstage and on that bus. So she was watching the girls and, trying to figure it out, and she was talking to the security guards, and she was talking to the roadies, and she was taking notes, and she was observing, and she saw a lot of stuff. So let's get into that section of her story called The Peep Show, Light Up the World and Get High on Life. So Rox paid close attention, engaging all of her senses. Okay, here we go. You know what? I think I should take a little break and share something very exciting with you so I don't trip on my words. So let's get myself away from those words and just show you this beautiful... Okay, look what I have. Does everyone know what this is? Came in the mail the other day. Lily Pulitzer Target, my fourth piece, my fourth and last. Here's the official tag, just in case you're wondering if I just sewed this up this morning when I woke up and slapped that tag on. Here's the official tag, $34 for a full-length beach kimono called Pineapple something or other. Anyway, it's very light and flimsy. It's very regal. I think I'll put it on. It won't match, doesn't go with anything, but I'm feeling extra fancy, and here I am on a Sunday morning, not even going out on date night with my hubby, and I'm all dressed up like this. Put on the caftan. So there we go. And I ordered this when I was in line for Target, waiting for the store to open so I could pounce on those Lily racks, but definitely not like a lot of girls were doing. I don't get that. I have a lot of opinions about that, and if I was doing a show just on that, I'd have a lot to share. But I have a lot more to share with Rox's story. So let's get back to that. Anyway, so she was observing what the chicks were doing to get backstage. She was listening to what they told the security guards, and she was shocked. She's thinking, oh my God, has it come to that I have to go that far to get backstage? She was pretty scared, you know, and so she just, you know, she's just trying to immerse herself in this whole concert experience. And then she started to smell something that was, you know, talk about her sensory overload. She started to smell something quite herbish, and it really troubled her because it reminded her of the seasoning that her relative was dunked in before being fried after he tried to escape from KFC. Poor Uncle Claude. Nope, she said, there's not chicken frying here. There is other things being fried on scene, and I'm just going to stay away. But when she got home, she was extremely hungry, and she didn't understand why. But, so, she hit her peep stash. I'm stumbling all over this. You know, it's not even noon. Maybe I had too much sun at the beach already this morning. But as soon as we're finished with this, I'm going to get out and get some more sun. So I'll try to get going. I'm sure you have a lot more things to do than hear me trip all over my words because I don't have my reading glasses on. So now I'm extra fancy. I think my bun just got taller. You put the glasses on and everything lifts up. I have to remember that. All right, so let's get back to it. So she rated her peep stash. And while we're on the subject of peeps, you may be thinking that it's really odd to eat something that looks like a chick when in fact one is a real live chick. This would only be a problem if Rox was chowing on some Popeye chicken, which would be similar to you eating your cousin Ralphie, and we know you would never do that, right? Okay, so now we've reached another point in this story where I never envisioned okay, I need a bobby pin. I need to quit looking. I need to quit looking at that hair. I get distracted with talk about a poof here. I got things sticking out of the side of my head now. Maybe because it's also standing on edge because of what I wrote many, many years ago that I am actually reading to people. And this is another one of those privacy of your own home kind of reads where you can say, what the heck is that girl thinking? She is a lunatic, and I would agree with you. But anyway, yes, it would be weird if a chick was eating a Popeyes. But I look at it, it's the same as you munching on a gingerbread man. The tasty little guy with 2 arms, 2 legs, a body and a head with little eyes and a nose and a mouth. Or how about those gummy bears and worms? And just for this special occasion of reading this segment of the story, I went to Whole Market yesterday, the Fresh Market, sorry. And I bought enough, actually it's minus the ones I ate while I was talking yesterday, but there's still a handful here, of gummy worms and bears, because I think I need to start getting into some more props here so you don't get bored just looking at my beautiful display of my goddess heads, my little stuff back here in the same back window with not much going on in there. So we're going to have some more props. So now we have the gummies and the worms and bears. So, you know, these aren't really worms or bear bits. We know that. They're shaped like them. So there's a big difference. And I'm going to go ahead and eat one of those because that's like breakfast / brunch. It's Sunday brunch. And I'll leave these for Joe because that means there's still food in the house. And Joe is actually going to get lunch today, or dinner. He went to work just now. But I will leave these for Joe because he'll be so excited to see that we have something to eat in the house. There you go. All right. So see, this plan comes together in so many ways that you guys don't even know. And just for the record, I usually don't talk with food in my mouth. But I see we're at 8 minutes and 51 seconds. And I'm supposed to be keeping these short. So let's get back to the story. Okay, so Rox loved Peeps because they're delicious and stretchy and adorable and sticky and sweet. And as sweet as she already was, Rox knew that there was no harm in a little extra insurance in that department because being sweet and kind gets you far in life. That is so true. Always be kind and sweet and nice because a lot of people mistake kindness for weakness, and we know for a fact that it is an incredible strength. So when you can actually be polite and kind and nice to people and yet still be strong in your conviction and be real smart about things, it's quite lethal to have that combo package going. So speaking of package, I wish I had some Peeps to show you, but when I was walking around Fresh Market, they don't have anything little chick related except the eggs themselves, and they were boring. They weren't even chocolate. Easter's over, can't find that stuff. And I took the stash that I had from last Easter, a year ago, to Paris with me to do some photo ops by having the little peeps lined up along the wall next to the Seine, which was quite special. And then what I did, I just tossed those peeps because I thought you could never destroy a peep and you could eat them forever, no matter how many years later since the time you bought them. But that's not the case. It's sugar, solid sugar, pure sugar, and they turned into like little peep rocks. So I put the whole package in the garbage can in Paris, and I'm sure, since they don't have peeps in Paris, that it made someone's day. Like, whoa, look at, there's peeps in the trash can. How cool is this? I just hope they didn't try to bite into them or they went right to the dentist. All right, back to reading, because now we're past the 10-minute mark. All right. Okay, but remember, everything, including peeps, should always be consumed in moderation. So now we're going to get into a real exciting part of this story, the thrill of will. Where there's a will, there's a way. Anyhow, anywhere, anyway, any day, you can do it if you put your mind to it. After obtaining sufficient information, because it's always as good to learn as much as you can about something you have no idea about before you start jumping off that bridge. Get yourself informed, but know when to cut that off, because there comes a point where you just got to go with what you know and you can keep on learning. For example, like this video, this whole video thing and me. All right, so Rox wrote a list of the 10 things that she observed other people doing to get backstage and on the bus. So here's the list. Possible ways to get backstage and on the bus. 1, learn to play an instrument and join a band. Wow, that's really insightful. 2, take singing lessons and join a band as a singer, the lead singer, a backup singer, whatever. You are not only on the bus, backstage, you are actually on the stage. And then another way to get on the stage is to dance for the band, either as a backup on the stage or in front on stage at one of those clubs that we will talk about later. So the first 3 are things that you are actually part of the action. You are delivering that beautiful creative expression from the stage. Now we get to number 4. You could audition for a Playboy Bunny spread, because we know a lot of those rock stars, they like to hang out with the Playboy bunnies. But it was really, we'll get into the whole story about that, because she actually tries each one of these. And we will go step by step along the way as she does this. But it was just tough for her, being a chick, to pretend she was a bunny, because remember, all of those bunnies get all that attention on Easter Sunday, and the little chicks sort of get lost in the shuffle in the grass in the basket. Anyhow, another thing she could do, she could expose all her feathers to the security guy. Okay, she could join the crew that cleans up the backstage mess. She could get a job with catering, the catering company that serves the meals to the band. Hey, and as long as they don't like to eat chicken, that's like a cool gig back there, because, you know, you're giving them something they really want. They want food. They want something to eat. Got to keep up their energy, you know, to get out there and do what they do for so many people. You could also look into a career as a roadie. Look, they wear all black. They're cool. They have like chains hanging off of them. They are the ones that make this thing happen. They get that stuff in and out. I mean, when I go to a show, I would rather take a lap backstage just to look at the trucks loading and unloading. Yeah, I told you I'm a little bit off, but that's really exciting, and all those roadies are back there. Number 9, date the venue manager. Now, I'm just saying that if you go to Coral Sky and think that that's going to work for you, it's not going to work. But there are hundreds of other venues that you can basically, that you can go to and stalk the manager. Just stay away from Coral Sky. And the final one, she could vamp up her look. She could change her strut. She could attach lips. She could enhance her feathers. Okay, well, and she could do a total complete makeover, taking herself from who she is right now and just transforming herself into who she thinks other people would want that will give her access. And I have a lot of opinions about that, and when we get to number 10, we'll talk about it. So right now, we are in the stage. We're going to end at this moment. Rox is just reviewing her options carefully, and we will be back with option number 1 on the next edition of Denise-Marie TV. Have a wonderful day, and now I'm going to get all this stuff off of me and go back outside in the sunshine. It's a beautiful day to be alive, right? Anytime we're breathing, it's a wonderful day. Thank you, and enjoy yours.